Hi guys, Jack Rogers here, and in this video I want to be talking all about reviews and a process called review mining. So this is something that I personally do for all of the clients that I work with. It integrates with sort of ChatGPT so we can compile all that information easily, and what it essentially allows us to do is come up with some like angles, we can come up with objections, and we can come up with trigger points to buy. So I've got all the prompts here as well, and obviously I will share the sheet with you, but essentially how the process works is, to start with, we want to go in and add a variety of testimonials and reviews, right? So I have just come over to Trustpilot, and I'm going to pick a random company. Let's go Zoho. So what I can then do, and for this we do actually want to include sort of all of our good reviews, all of our bad reviews, just because it's going to help us sort of identify any of those objections. So we can come into here, we can paste a few. I'm just going to do three, just for the sake of you guys watching me repeat myself. But once we've populated this, and for me personally, I would spend quite a lot of time doing this, compiling as many testimonials as possible. What I will then do is go over to the ChatGPT prompts, and I will copy this first prompt here. So obviously you can see here anything in brackets you want to change. So for this company it's going to be Zoho, and then underneath here you want to replace this and make sure that you paste all of the reviews in there. So I can come back over to here, I can copy this, paste it in, come into here, copy this one, and I'll do my final one. Like I said, you want to paste in all of the reviews here, and we can come down and remove that. So what that will then essentially give me here is an overall sentiment of the business and of the reviews. So what I can do then is come over into here, go over to this review mining process. You can put the date in here. So today is the 24th of May. Now to take us on to our other points, right? So this one is going to be like the golden nugget phrases. So I can simply just come into here and paste this in. And as you can see here, this gives me essentially all of my golden nuggets, right? So intuitive interface. And you want to come down into here and add in all the ones that are relevant, right? So this one here's a really good one, much better UI than competitors. That's an angle. And what I would be looking to do then is incorporate those into specific creative. So better UI than other competitors, I'd be looking to do an us versus them creative off the back of that. If we go over to here, so affordable pricing, so on and so forth, and you can break those down. Now, moving on to, I can't get my bearings. Moving on to the next one, we essentially want to now establish some trigger points that caused somebody to buy in the first place. So we can come down to here and we can paste this in. Now, to be honest, quite often they are going to be like overlapping from some of these, but it's nice just to sort of get that breakdown, right? So we can see here, trigger point is going to be the range of features, the ease of use. That's a really good angle to leverage. Customer support, and then obviously we can go into the rest of them with like pricing, migration from competitor as well. So that brings me on to sort of the final point in this process is going to be the objections. And this is why whenever I implement this, I will bring over the positive and the negative reviews, just so we can identify the true objections, right? So what I can do in ChatGPT now is paste this in. So we can see here, subscription commitment. Now, one thing you do have to sort of bear in mind off the back of this is it's ChatGPT, right? It's a really good tool, but it's not always entirely accurate. So like one thing that we sort of speak about is like the touch point here is going to be it's much better the UI than competitors, but then in the objections they sort of speak about the comparison of objections, right? So you want to just sort of put a bit of thought process into this. A couple of other prompts that you can do here if you don't think you've got enough data is just a very simple, can you give me more objections, right? And just paste that in, and then that's going to give some more across the board there. So as we can see here, so like the learning curve aspect can be a really good objection. That's where maybe can we give like a free like training resource, or what's our support like, right? So I hope this helps. It's a relatively quick one today. I just wanted to go through the review mining process with you, how you can find those like golden nuggets, how you can identify the trigger points that's the reasons why people have purchased from you, and then you can also sort of use those objections to use those reviews to break down any objections. So I hope all that makes sense. Any questions, any concerns, please let me know.